Hey, what's up, Morpheus? Welcome back to The Commute, and in this video, we will be talking about typecasting, smartcasting, and type checking in Kotlin. So there'll be a lot to learn, and hopefully this will be a video enough for you to understand anything related to type checking, smartcasting, anything related to casting at all. For now, let's get started. What do we have here? Let's talk about typecasting, type checking. Quickly give you an overview of what it is and give you a good example so that you can understand it perfectly. Now let me quickly give you example of, first of all, type checking in Kotlin. Okay, so how do you do type checking in Kotlin? Now let's try to do that here. This keyword, this operator is actually used to check the type of Kotlin uses is operator to do that. Okay, type checking is the process of verifying an object's type at runtime. Kotlin uses the is operator to check if a variable is of a specific type. Okay, the operator returns a Boolean value and is similar to Java's instance of, with the key difference there that Kotlin uses smartcast. Now, what are smartcasts? We will talk about that, but for now, let's try to do some type checking here. Okay, let's write a function here. Now, as you can see, I have written a very simple function here called function is string or not right here, and I have a value that is of type of any, and the value is checked is if the value is of type of string, println this thing. I'll remove the null here, println type this thing, and else just say print value is not of type string, and then I'm calling the function with my name here and with some kind of integer here as well. So first of all, let's just run with my name, which is of type of string here, and let's try to actually run it. What happened here? The value is string Hitesh. As you can see, it got printed. Hopefully you can see it. Value is string Hitesh. Right, now let's try to run this thing and remove this one. Value is not string. As you can see, the value is not string too. So this means that this is checking if this is of type, this is of type of string. So it is type checking. This is how you check. This is how you do type checking in Kotlin with is operator. Now the beautiful part here is that the value is automatically being casted as string. That is the thing about smartcast. Let me explain you smartcast more. As you can see that this is a value, right? This value is of type string. I have given here string here. Let me give you string here. Okay, now the Hitesh has some kind of length here, right? Now if I say value dot length, I have not actually explicitly casted this thing as string. It is not casted as string. How can I access the length variable, right? Can only be accessed when value is string. But how do I know if it is string or not, right? We're checking it, but we are never casting it as string. What smartcast actually does is casts the value as string and then allows us to access the variables inside of this particular value. Okay, I hope you understand that. Let's talk about typecasting in Kotlin. Now, how do we do it? Well, first of all, let's talk about what is actually typecasting. Typecasting is converting a variable from one type to another. In Kotlin, you use the as operator to convert one type to another for casting. However, there is an important difference between safe and unsafe casting. Now, what is this unsafe and safe casting? We will look at that, and we will also look at as operator. Let's try to understand this with an example. Okay, now here is a quick example of typecasting right here. Now, what is happening right here? Let me quickly actually run it and show you guys. Okay, yeah, is typecasting, and it gives us the name Hitesh right here. Okay, now what is happening right here? Now I have made a variable name object of type of any and give it some kind of string Hitesh, right? This is of type of any, not of a type of string. So I have to typecast it, right, in order to actually feed it to this particular variable, which is explicitly defined as string. So while string is of type of string, I casted this object as string and give it to the string. Now here's the thing. Now if it is a string, good, it will just feed it into str and print it right here. But if it is not a string, it will give us some kind of class cast exception. You have already seen the typecasting with the string right here. So is typecasting Hitesh? It is particularly working perfectly because it is of type of string. Let's try to remove that and let's see what will happen when I just say some kind of integer here, 1 2 3 4, and then try to actually run it. Let's see what will happen. Okay, it just throws some kind of exception here. As you can see, class cast exception. Class.java.lang integer cannot be cast to class.java.lang string. As you can see, this is wrong. It cannot be cast and it will show us class cast exception. Okay, now this is what we call unsafe typecasting. Okay, now how do we make it safe? Pretty simple. We have to just use a question mark here. Now what will happen here? Let's try to run it and see what happened here. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, let's run it one more time. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't throw any kind of exception. Instead, it just returned a null. So what happened here was that object is of type of any, and I've given it some kind of integer. Okay, while str is of type of string, unnullable string, optional string. Okay, just suggested that obj as string. Okay, now what as operator does, it typecasts object as type of string. If it is of type string, good, this will print ln the value. If it's not of type string, it will just produce a null value and produce it inside of str. That will be printed right here, and that is exactly what is happening here. Now if you do not say, now this is example of safe type casting, and hopefully this makes it pretty clear to you how to do typecasting, how to do safe casting, how to do unsafe casting. Now finally, before we part away, let's try to combine type checking and typecasting together and try to see whatever we have learned all together in a particular summary pattern, and this will give you a good overview of what is happening. Okay, now here's another function that I've written, and as you can see this is a function is checking, taking value of type of any right here, and if value is of type of string, println value is type of string of length value.length. Again, smart casting is present right here. As you can see, value.length is accessible, and else if it is not a type of string, let's just do typecasting it type of int here, while int e, and if int e is not equal to null, then println the value, and else if it is equal to null, it means that it is neither integer nor string, so value is not type of string or integer will be printed right here. Let's try to check it with this is checking with Hitesh. Okay, let's try to run this. Let's see what will be giving. Again, value is string of length of 6, which is correct. This is done with type checking. Okay, let's try to run this. Value is type of integer 1 2 3 4. Again, this is done with typecasting. Again, so this will be typecasting done right here, and println being printed. Okay, let's try to give it some kind of other value, maybe like a. The value is not type of string or integer. This is a type of character, right? Hopefully this makes sense, and hopefully typecasting and type checking is pretty clear to you. If it is, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time with another Kotlin video, or maybe interview questions. Let's see where it goes. For now, this is it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.